pressure light is on, but it's all in good timing because it's been on for a couple days now. But I am on my way to get that oil change that I had to reschedule from, I think I was supposed to get it like on Friday or something, but they didn't have everything I need because I'm going to a new location. So headed over to get the oil change, and then it is Monday, November the 25th, 2024. And typically I do not work on Mondays, but I will be working today because I just had a 3-day staycation, and which means I had a short week before that. Spent a lot of dough, so I am going to go ahead and start the work week today. I don't know what's going on, but there are a lot of emergency vehicles. I will see y'all when I get to the dealership. All right, I had to get things a little situated so that I believe they will vacuum, so I want to make sure I don't have nothing on the floors and everything out of their way. So we're here, let's get this oil change done. Howdy there, how are you today?
Good. What time was your appointment?
10:15.
10:50 today. And what's the last name on the appointment?
Check engine light came on. Well, not the check engine light, the
TPMS?
tire pressure.
Gotcha.
So like just check on that. And then they were gonna do appraisal. I'll hold off on that, but I will take, if you guys do the complimentary wash, I'll do that.
You know we do that.
All right. For sure, been $5,000 because they told me to come at 181 429, and so we're past that. I know, even though you can't see it right now.
Gotcha.
Cool. And then what's the rotation?
Rotation, oil change, everything out the door is $96 after tax.
Okay.
Yeah, the tire rotation is like $30 after tax.
Gotcha.
It's $24.95, but after tax it's like $30.
Makes sense. Appreciate it. That's all the services?
All 4 wheels. Oh no, that's just the alignment.
Okay.
So
We back. It's 11:11. It's 11:11. I actually have been done with the dealership and getting the oil change since about 11:44. It's 1:11. I said it was 11:11. It's 1:11. But we were done about 1:44. Did get the exterior wash. Did not get the floors vacuum like I thought. But since then, I just been kind of sitting here because, this is the trials. This is the trials aspects of adulting and cargo van life and managing a cleaning and organizing business. But this specifically is the trials of adulting and dealing with a vehicle. And I'm about to get emotional, but I'm not gonna really get emotional. It's just I've been sitting with this for a minute so I can feel the emotions welling up in me. And I know that everything is good. I know that everything is working for my good. It could just be frustrating sometimes. It can be frustrating sometimes to, you know, do things decent and in order and feel like, or things look like, they're not necessarily going your way. And I know y'all probably like, where are you going with this? Give us, you're just rambling. Well, I could show you. I could show you better than I could tell you. Let me show you. I have warranty after warranty after warranty. This is the diagnostic from my personal mechanic. That's about 3 pages. Nissan, the original diagnostic. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 5 pages. Needless to say, it's just thing after thing after thing. The frustration, let's get to it. Let's get right to it. The frustration is that it's always something new. It seems like there's always something new that they are finding wrong. And I don't understand it, because like I will tell them the exact same thing of like what I was experiencing as to what was happening or what's going on with the vehicle, and you get one thing fixed and then there's another thing, there's another thing. I knew that buying a vehicle as is was going to come with its share of potential or possible necessary repairs. But I didn't expect for every time I go somewhere for them to give me something new. I go one place, your tires are good, it's all good. Now I come here, I need 2 tires, and there's a nail in the tire, which I drive a lot. I get it. There's a nail in the tire. They can't patch it because where it is. So it's like I'm able to ride on it right now, but like how long am I able to ride on it? Like how safe is it for me to do that? And I feel like I'm always like juggling. Okay, what can I put off until the next, next savings up? So I will say it's good to have systems in place, because when you have systems in place, it allows you. This was when I had to get a new starter, so I had to get a new starter. Yeah, and it's just like, this is all the paperwork, everything from the purchase, just every single piece of paperwork. I keep everything here so that I can go back if I need to and see what's up. But it's good, and it's frustrating at the same time, because every check, every single time I get paid, I put away money strictly for maintenance. So that's the whole point kind of this video. Yes, this is a trial. This is something that's like, you don't want to have to deal with this, but the truth of the matter is you have to deal with it. When you choose to do something like a cargo van business, or somewhere where you're driving a lot, you're in a vehicle all the time, you're going to have to, get that vehicle maintenance. And so what I suggest to you, number one rule, if you start a cargo business, know that every single time you get paid for any gig, you need to put something away and save it for maintenance. Maintenance should not be a surprise. It should not be something that like, oh my gosh. It shouldn't be a surprise that it needs maintenance. It may be a surprise, the timing, and that's what it is for me. It's more of a timing thing. Like, hey, I'm going to get my oil change because I knew it was time to get an oil change. I didn't expect for all these other factors to come up, especially when I've been in a mechanic's, facility at least once a month. At least once a month, sometimes twice a month since I got AJ. And I got AJ in September. It's November. It's only been 3 months. I done been to the mechanic over 6 times with all this paperwork you see here. But make sure you're putting something away. I personally put away 20%. And that goes straight to be ready for maintenance. I also do my ties, which is 10%. That comes off the top end. And then I live off of 70%. So what I do is with that 20%, I build up I have several different savings buckets. And if you want to know a way or who you should use as your savings, I personally use Ally, and the reason why I use them is because you can have multiple savings buckets. So I have one for van maintenance, I have one for van conversion, I have one for just surprise savings, I have one for vacation savings. I have like 15 savings buckets, and what I do with that 20% is I distribute it into the different buckets as I see fit. For example, all of my tips, I was saving that, and it was all cash, and I had to use it earlier than anticipated. But then I also created saving buckets to pay myself back for that. And now with the holiday time, I told you I spent a lot of dough. That's where that money came from. So I have the savings. I don't just have a lump sum savings. I have specific savings buckets, and then when it's time to go do car maintenance, I take it out of the van maintenance bucket. When it's time to go spend on personal things, something that I've been looking forward to getting or wanting, it comes out of that bucket. So it may seem like, oh man, where's the money going? I don't have it, or da-da-da. I have it, but if it's not in the right bucket, that is why there are times when I have to put off certain things, because, you know, I have these systems in place for a reason. And when you abide by the systems, when you abide by the rules and the parameters you set for yourself, everything will work out. So now I just know that I have to save up for these next upcoming repairs. The good thing about it though is that the price has been less and less and less. Right? When I first got my first diagnostic, it was like $10,000 worth of work. I was like, I just paid $10,000 for the van. Now I gotta do $10,000 worth of work. That's $20,000 that I was not expecting, you know, this van to cost me. So that was the first part. Then I got a little bit of things done. The next time I had to spend like $1,100 or something like that on the starter. That was the next biggest thing. The catalytic converter and some other stuff the dealership took care of, because that happened right away, so I didn't have to worry about that. They took care of it, so I appreciate them for that. And now I have about $2,000 worth of work. Like I said, I need 2 tires. They're saying I need a new battery, and those are the bulk of the things that need to be done this time. But like I said, there are trials and there are triumphs in this here gig life and entrepreneurship style of living. And so long as you're prepared for those things, you have your systems in place, then vehicle maintenance, or, you know, slow down times in the gig work platforms should not startle you, should not rattle you to the point of where you can't function. But sometimes you may just need to take a moment, breathe, rearrange some things, and move forward that way. Let me know what you're going through. How do you deal with your vehicle maintenance if you're doing a cargo van business, or if you're doing gig work using your vehicle, whether it's a car or pickup truck or whatever? How do you deal with your maintenance? How do you plan for it? You know, are you surprised when it happens? Are you prepared when it happens? Let's discuss it in the comments. And if you have any questions for me or for anybody in the community, let's engage there in the comments. And yeah, I'm out of here. Like I say, I might tap in with you when I get to the fetch order, or we might see you in the next video. Remember that you have the choice to live with abundant joy every single day. All you have to do is make that choice.